know why you've been arrested?
It's all a bit of a blur.
A blur?
Something indistinct, of uncertain definition or clarity.
Yes, thank you. I know what a blur is.
Joseph Ahern, employee of Keen Security, which runs the door at Zulu nightclub, was shot twice with a handgun outside the club at around 11 p.m. this evening.
How dreadful.
And he has named you as the person who shot him.
Me?
That's right, you.
Good heavens. Well, that would explain it.
Explain what?
What we're all doing here.
Well, under the circumstances, you'll understand that we'd like your client to account for his whereabouts this evening, with particular reference to the hours between 10 and 12. Is that okay?
I went to Zulu tonight about 10:30. I put my car behind the bar, got a drink. Some girl came over, started coming on to me. Next thing, his bouncer comes over, starts kicking off, saying it's his bird or something. I mean, it's not my fault, you know. She's not getting enough from the guys, you know what I mean?
Let's not confuse the officers with speculation about this poor fellow's relationship with someone who may or may not be his girlfriend.
We're happy to let your client speak for himself.
I just think we should confine ourselves to the facts.
Go on, Mr. Sullivan.
Just trying to be helpful.
Anyway, the guy grabs hold of me and puts me out the door.
Did you struggle? Or hit him?
I might have called him a few names, I admit. I think the heat must have got to me. I went back to my car. I drove to my brother's place, got there just after 11.
Was anyone with you?
No?
And you didn't go back to the club at any subsequent time?
No.
Not even to recover your credit card?
I didn't remember it till later. I was going to drop by tomorrow.
I'm sure Mr. Sullivan's brother would be happy to confirm the timing of his return.
What were you wearing at the club, Mr. Sullivan?
Wearing? Clothes, why?
We have a description of you at the club in a white open-neck shirt and yellow linen suit. When you were arrested, you were wearing a blue T-shirt and slacks.
Is that right?
Why did you change your clothes in such a hurry, Mr. Sullivan?
It was hot. I was sticky from the drive.
And what happened to the clothes you were wearing in the club, Mr. Sullivan?
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
I've got a lot of clothes.
Could we take a short break now? I find this cell so oppressively airless. What do you suppose the temperature is in here? 100 degrees Fahrenheit, at least.
Suspend the interview and come up to my office.
Why? What's happened? What's it?
Callie's got some information.
I'm pretty sure I saw Liam Sullivan tonight on Edward Drive. He was heading out of town, I was going in. I was with my sister and Pauli.
The time is crucial here.
It was just before 11.
Did you see him as well, Pauli?
No.
Well, if Callaghan is right, then someone else must have shot Ahern. And Sullivan simply could not have been in two places at once.
The bouncer said it was Sullivan.
Are you sure it was him you saw, Carrie?
It was him.
We've got another witness. Puts Liam Sullivan walking away from the club right at the time. Best of all, it's one of ours, off-duty sergeant out of Allerton. Knows Liam Sullivan. 100% positive. What's that?
What do we know about this other witness? The sergeant from Allerton.
He's a young lad, young family, good record, nothing special.
How does he know Liam Sullivan?
Well, Liam had a break-in recently. He was one of the officers on the scene of crime.
Well, clearly, either one of them is mistaken or one of them is lying.
What do you mean by that, exactly?
You know what I mean.
I've known Mark Callaghan for 15 years. He's dedicated, he's honest. He's a fiercely moral Catholic character. And of all the officers I've ever met, he's the least corruptible because quite apart from anything else, he has substantial family money.
I didn't know that.
Well, you do now.
Look, the victim himself identified Liam Sullivan.
The victim himself is a known criminal. We can't rely on his testimony. We can only guess at his motivation, and no one else actually saw Sullivan pull the trigger.
You want to go back at Sullivan, then?
Howard says to leave him in the sweat box a bit.
So, what's on your mind, Cal?
Nothing. What's on yours?
Oh, this and that, you know.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Callaghan, yes. Is this your statement?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Liam Sullivan is a dangerous criminal. We both know that. It would be a very good thing to remove him from society. Do you agree?
You want me to forget seeing him tonight?
No, I'm just saying that unless you are 100% sure that it was Liam Sullivan, then why say so? Oh, it was dark, he was in his car, travelling in the opposite direction. You could have been mistaken. The truth is, the bouncer himself says it was Liam Sullivan. He was seen leaving the scene at the time by another police officer.
I can't help that.
You must have been wrong, Callaghan. I'm just saying, given all the circumstances, given the doubts, perhaps it might be best to say nothing.
I've thought about this. And I feel it's the right thing to do.
Then you should get home.
Who tried to get you to change your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Just remember, you've got to be able to sleep at night. I'm proud of you, Kelly.
I gotta go.
Who was that phone call from? Where did you go when you left the bar? What's the matter? You've lied to everyone else. Why didn't you lie to me, huh? Yeah, go on, get in your flash car and go home. Just another day at the office. You know, I always wondered that time how you knew where to find Mikey Sullivan. What anonymous little informant could have told you about the high-rise in Everton? And I always wondered why John Sullivan did that, you know, why he betrayed his own brother like that. And I still don't know. But now I do know what he got from you in return. Maybe you tell yourself it's not corruption. Maybe you tell yourself you never took any money. Maybe you tell yourself you did it for Patrick.
I don't know what you tell yourself, Callaghan. But you just crossed the line and you can't ever go back. You're burned. And they'll all know it. And the next time they come for you, and there will be a next time, you've got no defense. You're theirs. You're finished.
So what are you going to do about it?
Of all the people, of all the things in my life, you're just like everyone else.
My dear, one hates to be churlish, but I do feel a little bit of a churl coming on.
Shut up. Shut up.
Am I then correct in assuming you have no further questions?
No. You are not.
Hey! What's in the bag?
Breakfast. Ham, cheese, rolls, coffee. Something rather special. A very rare Isle of malt. Backhander from a baptism. It's a bit of a poor show, tipping it in the coffee. But we were working class, originally.
Thanks for coming.
Glad to get out of town. The air's so much clearer here. And I have the opportunity to tell you I think I was wrong last night. Wrong about Carmen, wrong about Patrick, wrong about you. Wrong, wrong, wrong.
We're a pretty wrong kind of family.
I just pray to God I haven't screwed everything up.
You've got to have some faith.
Yeah.
Ian, I need some advice.
Okay.
First, I have to tell you a long story.
Is this time for the malt?
Well, they've worked out a story and he's sticking to it. Anytime it gets uncomfortable, his slimy brief just starts talking for an hour.
Do you think he shot the guy?
I guess I think it's likely on the balance of evidence.
Perhaps Callie got the timing wrong. You were in the car, weren't you?
I wasn't paying much attention.
We'll hold him as long as we can, try to build up a convincing case against him.
What's the point? It's a waste of time.
You got something on your mind, Pauli. You want to talk about him?
No, sorry. Howard, it's personal stuff. I shouldn't bring it into the office.
There you go home. Get some sleep.